Welcome ladies and gentlemen to my YouTube channel. Hope you are all doing well. My name is Regan. For my returning viewers and also to my new subscribers, I usually appreciate so much for your great support always. Now Kenyans, there was a certain event which was happening at GITHURAI 45. And during that event, we had different performers, including the artist and other people. So during that event now, it reached a point where now the artists or the singers were supposed to present themselves. So during that time now, the likes of Kina Samido, they were there, and even the likes of Kina Martin Wajanet was there. So it reached now a point whereby now they were needed to do their thing by performing to the crowd. So during the time of Samido, things went very well. I want you to see how during the Samido's performance, things were good, and even the crowd, they were cheering very, very nice. And the performance of Samido went very well. So I want you to see this video, then we proceed. But before we proceed, ladies and gentlemen, as you always do, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, take a second, hit the subscription button. Otherwise, thank you so much for that subscription. So I want you to see how the performance of Samido was very, very nice and smooth. So watch this video, then we proceed. So after I've seen now that video, I want you then to see how the performance of Martin Wajanet went on. Because during now the performance of Martin Wajanet, things turned around. Why? People heckled him. People heckled him. Wakamwambia hapana, sisi hatutaki, hatutaki kusikiza mambo yako. And do you know reason why Martin Wajanet was being rejected? The first reason is this. There was a concert which happened in Murang'a in November 2024. During that concert, tunaambiwa that hiyo concert yenye Martin Wajanet aliwahi kuifanya last year, November 2024, eti ilikuwa funded with some of the government officials. At that time, Rigathi Gachagua was not in good terms with William Samoei Ruto. So, at that time also, Martin Wajanet had a concert in Murang'a. And that concert, tunaambiwa, eti hiyo concert ndio chuki ilianzia. Because that concert was funded by some of the government officials, and the rule was one. The rule was that, let that concert be not attended by Rigathi Gachagua. So, hawakutaka Rigathi Gachagua at that time attend that concert. But abruptly, at that time, Rigathi Gachagua appeared at that concert, and he was received very, very well. In which, after that, the sound system was being shut down. Ilikuwa shut down. So, from that event, which happened last year in November 2024 in Murang'a, that's where now that bitterness ikakuwa developed in between the wananchi and Martin Wajanet. So during that now, during this event which now I want you to see, which happened in GITHURAI now this year, you will clearly tell that ile chuki yenye ilifanyika last year, ile chuki yenye ilianza last year, ndio sasa inaendelea saa hii. Because during that performance at GITHURAI 45, that's when now Martin Wajanet was being heckled and he was badly rejected. So I want you to watch this video, then we proceed, where it clearly shows how Martin Wajanet was badly rejected and he was told, you just go home. We don't want to listen to you. So watch this video, then we proceed. So after I've watched now those two videos, you can clearly tell that someone like Samido, yeye alijua hapa mbele mambo itakuwa ngumu. And that's why aliamua to take the step Na the first step ilikuwa ya kuresign from the police service. Why? Because ukiwa pale police service, let us just say the truth. Kuna some of the things hauwezi sema concerning this government. And at that time, Samido aliona that akiendelea kukaa kwa hii serikali through the police service department, ata end up losing his funds. Even his career itakuwa nini? Itafed. And that's why Samido aliona wacha yeye resign, abaki na career yake. In which Samido huwa yeye ni a Mugithi artist. So for now, if you can compare that event which happened in GITHURAI 45, unaona that during the performance of Samido, things were good and the crowd was very, very nice. But when it reached now the point whereby Martin Wajanet was supposed to perform, that's when now things turned around. Meaning that someone like Samido alijua what will happen next. And that's why earlier, yeye aliamua hapana, hataki ku lose the ground na hataki ku lose the trust of his supporters. And that's why aliamua ku resign. As we are talking now, Samido is not a police. Ali resign from the National Police Service. So the people like Martin Wajanet intekana wajue that things are now changing and revolution is now continuing on. Wewe kama bado unataka kuungana na hii serikali, ungana naye. Then after that utajionea the consequences later. It's not a threat, but it is the reality of the matter. You can clearly tell from that event which happened at GITHURAI 45 how Martin Wajanet was being rejected badly. Imagine, in front of the crowd, massive crowds, unaambiwa hapana, sisi hatutaki kukusikiza. Imagine. Na your partner aliperform vizuri na mambo yake ilikuwa tu sawa. But when it reached now your turn, things are not going well. It is totally embarrassment. So up to now, the message is clear. Hii government ilisha fail. Na mtu mwenye anungana na hii government already ana destroy his legacy. So for now, Kenyans, what's your opinion? Drop it at the comment section. Otherwise, thanks so much for great support. Consider subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing. Let's meet in another video.